What's up, Cartmasters? GeckoTH here, narrating in place of Nightside because he's still sick. We're going to break down some gameplay footage from Sunbreak that shows off Charge Blade gameplay from multiple sources, but please note that the gameplay footage is taken from Japanese YouTuber V Jump channel and French YouTuber MonsieurHunter. Link to their full videos in the description below, so please consider liking and subscribing to their channels. Without further ado, let's get to it. First off, here's a quick refresher of newly introduced moves in Sunbreak. File Follow-Up swaps with the new alternative File Follow-Up Firing Pin, which leaves energy buildup on the monster instead of exploding on contact. And Counter Peak Performance swaps with Ready Stance, which helps guard an attack and has a very interesting and potentially niche function. Starting off with Firing Pin, while in Sword Boost mode as indicated by the glowing red sword icon, any attacks performed with the sword and shield leaves a buildup of file energy as opposed to bursting right away with a standard File Follow-Up. From what it seems like, any attacks done in Axe mode will detonate this file buildup, but only if you hit the same spot. Now you might ask why you would use Firing Pin over the standard File Follow-Up. The biggest noticeable merit, as explained on the website, is that any bursts that happen will extend the timer of elemental boost as indicated by the red shield. This means you don't have to use files and refresh the timer via element boost spinning slash. While file buildup has a time limit, it seems possible to stack multiple files on the same spot or on different areas of the monster's body. Swing your axe with either of the axe attacks, including AED, SAED, and probably even Axe Hopper. Let it rip and watch those files detonate while refreshing your elemental boost. Sure, you could easily spam Counter Peak Performance and go for the instant recharge too, but depending on your playstyle, this could save you a bit of time. Next up, we've got the Ready Stance, which already seems to have quite a bit of controversy. At first glance, it just looks like a regular guard, and quite honestly, that's all it is. A quick option to go right into a fileless guard point. However, the Ready Stance does allow for quicker movement and attacking out of the guard. Let's review. With regular guard pointing, it'll usually be done by morphing into Axe mode. If you misread an attack, you'll just do the morphing Axe attack. On a proper guard point, however, you're able to sidestep, Axe morph, or follow up with the AED or SAED. With Counter Peak Performance, in addition to recovering all of your files and not worrying about knockback, you cannot sidestep, but you can follow up with a Sword Boost or Sword Axe attack, or go straight into AED or SAED. With Ready Stance, your options are a little wider and limited depending on the knockback. Should the knockback be really big, you're forced to stay in Sword and Shield. However, if there's little to no knockback, it seems like you can choose between Sword and Shield mode or Axe mode, and what we're assuming is dependent on your button presses. We've seen different possibilities coming out of Ready Stance, such as Return Stroke, Elemental Discharge 1 or Axe Swing, Lunging Slash, and of course, Counter AED or SAED. Now, this will fully depend on your playstyle. We might be able to treat Ready Stance as a sort of safety net guard point with more options. If you feel like you need to guard point but are unsure of the timing, with its seemingly quick cooldown, you can potentially use this as a just-in-case move. Mistimed guard points and Counter Peak Performance, on the other hand, will leave you sitting still for a bit. Veteran Charge Blade users will most likely stick to the traditional method of guard pointing, or just use and abuse Counter Peak Performance for the file gain, but it'll all depend on your skill and or playstyle. This next one hasn't been formally announced, nor have we found a YouTuber who exclusively demoed Charge Blade from their point of view with this move, but there seems to be a new Silkbind attack where the hunter dashes forward, pulls himself up into the air while double swinging with the wire bug. What your options are from here are pretty unclear, but it seems like you're left in Axe mode, and you can cover a bit of distance while traveling mid-air. Now there could be a couple of applications for this. Much like Axe Hopper, you can use this to jump over certain attacks like Almudron's Mud or Narwa's Thunder Donuts. It actually seems like you jump a lot quicker compared to Axe Hopper. You can also use this to easily attack flying monsters like Rathalos or Rathian. And finally, it's very possible that this is meant to be used as a repositioning tool in a similar vein to Advancing Morph. This might actually be the switch skill to Advancing Morph. Here's a summary of the info we've covered. Firing Pin creates file buildup with Sword and Shield attacks. These detonations can potentially stack. The detonations also extend elemental boost while causing damage. It also pairs well with any axe moves including AED, SAED, and most likely Axe Hopper. Ready Stance is a safety net guard point with the most option selects. Follow-up is dependent on the severity of the knockback. You can choose between sword or axe attacks if the knockback is low. It has a potentially very niche use. And a new Silkbind attack that potentially swaps with Advancing Morph. Its attack options are unknown, but potentially good for quickly repositioning in midair. And that should cover everything. If we might have missed something or you feel that we need to correct something we've covered, please let us know in the comments. Also consider dropping a like and smashing that sub and bell icon to find out the next time Nightside posts a new video. You can also catch him live on Twitch, where he streams a variety of games such as Apex Legends, Elden Ring, and of course, MonsieurHunter. That's it, Cartmasters. Stay safe, get mad, get sad, have fun, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye!
Yeah. Oh my god! He's got the hops, he dodged my freaking power wave! Power wave! Are you okay? Buster! Whoa! Don't dodge it! Fucking bitch!
Well, you missed it, buddy.